This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuz sent you. Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Vinny, and I will be your host. BNSF 6951 shares videos on layout updates, op sessions, run sessions, rail fanning, contests, and giveaways. Vinny Build Structures shares videos on scratch builds, kit bashing, also tools, tips, and tricks, and he also does a clinic on how to do scratch builds. Finally, on Friday nights, I do a live stream called Hanging with the Cuz. That's right, if you want to hang out with a bunch of great model railroaders, come and check me out on 8 o'clock on Friday night. That's 8 o'clock Eastern on Friday nights. Anyhow, so if you guys and gals think that you might like these kind of videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified whenever I upload a video or do a live stream. And then give me a couple of those because that'll help out my YouTube analytics. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's get on with the video. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright guys, before we actually get on to the layout update, I want to show you these lights that I had bought. This is the third set I bought of these. They work really good. They are 15 LEDs in a square tube. It's got its own power supply and on and off switch and plenty of wire to do what you guys do, and they all interconnect just like this. Just unplug them, plug them back in. Now, like I said, this is my third set. The other two sets I have under my third level that's lighting up my second level. These ones are going to go under the second level to light up the first level in training room number 2. If you hang on a minute, I will give you some specifications on this stuff, and we'll go from there. So hang on for a minute, we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at right now is the power supply and the specifications that are on the power supply. As you can see, input is 100 to 240 volts AC, 0.5 amp max. Output is 12 volts and 1 amp. So, with that being said, the lights themselves, each one of these tubes is 100 milliamps. So that's 600 milliamps, which is just over a half an amp. So I don't know how many lights you can hook up with this. It's only to see how well they work, because they don't say it's limited to 5 or 6 or 7 of these guys. So we'll just have to see how it works out. So give me a minute and I'll bring you out to the layout and I'll show you what they look like all lit up under level 3. Okay, be right back. Alright guys, now we're out at my layout, and what you're looking at here is the second level on my layout, and this happens to be the Wickenburg area. And I do not have these lights on yet, and there are 4 of those tubes along this 7.5 foot section here. So let me go ahead and turn the lights on. It'll be pretty bright at first, and then it'll calm down, and you'll see what all of this looks like. So here we go. Bam! How's that? That does a real nice job of lighting it all the way down. And then of course you can see on the other side I have them also. And let me move the camera down a little bit. Hopefully I won't get you guys sick. And And as you can see, we go all the way around under the third level. Now with the ones I just showed you on the bench, I'm going to be doing in here. Now I do have strip lighting down in here, but you can see how dark it is, and the strip lighting for some reason quit working. I don't know what happened to it. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and install those lights, and I'll bring you back when they're installed, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. So hang on, and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, what I forgot to mention earlier was they give you some great two-sided sticky tape, and they also give you some small screws. Now, I know it's kind of dark under here, but we're going to get the first light hooked up here in a few minutes, so stand by and we'll go ahead and show you how this is all done. I just take the sticky stuff and basically, hang on, I want to do something different on this one. I'll be right back. Alright guys, what I wanted to show you earlier was I actually cut these sticky things in half because they stick so good. The ones I put up under the second level, they've been up for over a month now and they work just fine. So take this and we'll go ahead and put it on one end. And make sure you put it on the right side because the housing and the tube are almost the same exact color. And so we'll just go ahead and put him on there. Now take this guy and put him up on this side. Now it's pretty dark in this area as you can see. But in a minute, we're going to have some light under here. And now just peel off the sticky back. One. And two. Alright. And now, we'll position this up here. Right about the middle. Alright. Alright, now the fun part. Let's light this up and see how much it lights up. Bam! That is awesome. I got 5 more of these to hook up, and then we'll bring you back when they are hooked up. I might have to go for another set. I'm not 100% sure. Stay tuned and we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, this is the scene without the lights on. And I think right now I might be taxing the power supply that came with this because I actually added 4 more lights to the same power supply. So if each one of the tubes is 100 milliamps and I got 10 of them on there, that means I am at max. Anyhow, I'm going to do that for a while. I still need to buy 1 more set to continue on. But I got most of this done on this side here. I got this part done. And the part that goes back that way, I just need the part that goes under Wickenburg to get done. Anyhow, that's without the lights. And that is with the lights. And then the same thing with the upper deck. I'll pick the camera up and I'll show you. Alright, let me slowly move you over here. Alright. And this is, sorry about that movement. Upper deck. So what do you think? I think that looks pretty good. These are about 39 bucks plus the shipping. I think you get free shipping if you go over 25 bucks with Amazon. You can find these lights on my Amazon page, on my influencer page. I don't get any discount. I just make $1 or $2 off of what you buy. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. Now let's get on to the layout update. Be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at is the video that I posted last week. It is the layout update that I did, number 7. I was not really happy with it because when a train comes out of here, okay, this is room number 1 on this side, this is room number 2 right here. When a train comes out of here, it follows this line, it goes directly up into the Williams area, and then back down, then it goes around only one mountain and skims the outside of the other mountain. If I come in here, again, it's going to go around this mountain, and then around this mountain again, and then right back out. So, my revision is a little bit more complicated, I don't know if it's complicated is the word I'm looking for, but it's a little bit more intense. And so here we go. This is revision number 2. So now, no matter which way the train enters all of this, it's going to automatically go through all the scenery. So let's take this route right here. So we'll come in here and we'll come up on, we are on the outside track right now. And the outside track's going to come here. And it's going to scoot across and it's going to go through Williams. And of course this is be a little zigzaggy here. There'll be a turnout right here that will go to Williams. And then the loop here. And then a little zigzaggy here, same as previously. But now it's going to come back on itself right here. And now it's going to be on the inside loop. And it goes around the inside loop here. Comes back down. And around this loop right here. Always going around mountains. And then back out. And then reverse if you just go the other way. It's like that. So now what I'll do is I'll take you out to the layout. And I'll show you all the framework that's been done to accommodate this new design. Anyhow, with all that being said, we will be back shortly. Alright guys, we're out here in my training room right now. This is training room number 2, just to keep you guys informed of where we are. And we're going to follow this bench work around to give you guys an idea of how this is going to be. So we'll start out here on the incoming from training room number 1. It will be on the track that's on the outside. And we'll travel up this here 2% incline. And this here will level off. And this here, I'm expecting to be like a 1% going down. Yeah, because I want to make this like a canyon over here, or a cut. So anyhow, it's now going to be running on the inside track up there. And those radius are absolutely at the maximum that I will go as far as the radii. It's a 13.5 and a 15. So yeah, it's cutting really close. Anyhow, on the inside track, we come around and we'll come down here and we come across. And I was more concerned about this area right here because I have 2 industries, one on the second deck and one on the lower deck. And I didn't want this to stick out too far so people can, without bumping their head all the time doing switching operations. Alright. Now we continue down there in the squiggly like I showed you guys in the previous video. And around back there. And somewhere on this line there'll be a turnout to get to the town of Williams. Anyhow, we're going to come back here. Back across this piece right here. And now we're on the outside track. And the outside track we'll go right back into room number 1. So there you go. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and lay out some tracks so you guys get a better visualization. Anyhow, stand by and we'll be back here shortly. Alright guys, I'm going to give you an overall view of what this is going to look like with some track laid down. This is room number 1 and this would be the Ash Fork area. And down at the other end is where you'll have the turnouts to get into this area right here. So, if we take this guy out, I have a little jog to go out because I did extend it out by 1 inch. I wanted a lot of separation between the track that are there. And I'm going to go around that curve right there. And I'm going to come back in on this guy right here, which is the inside rail of that top loop. Come back around on the inside rail now. And on the inside rail, we'll head out on that side. I don't have the track down placed there, but there'll be a little snaking back there. And then, let's see, way back there, will be another loop with another S-curve. And now, we'll be coming in on this line right here. And back out and around. And back out on this line right here, and then back down to Phoenix. Anyhow, I think this is going to be pretty cool. The only thing I'm doing now is that backdrop back there, the blue. That's all going to be replaced. I'm going 4 inches taller on that because I want to make the mountains as big as I can back there. Anyhow, like I said, this whole section, all of this up to that is going to be all scenery in here. So that's going to look pretty good. I'm also, even though it's not prototypical, I'm probably going to add a couple of bridges here and there, only because I like bridges. And since I'm doing all this extra work, I might as well do what I want to do, right? Right. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get some paint to repaint those, to paint the new ones, and put the new ones up before I actually start putting any of this sub-road bed down permanently. Anyhow, we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye now. Woo! That's going to be some run, man. I'll tell you that right now. And back into there. Yes, sir. And there. Alright, bye for now. Alright guys, as I had mentioned earlier on in this video that I was going to be replacing the backdrops, I actually went 4 inches taller, so these are actually 12 inches tall rather than the 8 inches I have on the layout right now. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to make my mountains at least as tall as the backdrop. Anyhow, thanks to stimulus check, I went out and bought myself some new toys. I got myself a miter saw. It's a compound miter slider, 10-inch blade, 15 amp motor. And as we were cutting wood yesterday, my jigsaw decided to fail, so I bought myself a jigsaw. This is also a Ryobi. And then the biggest purchase was this table saw, also Ryobi. So I went on a Ryobi binge this past week, thanks to Uncle Sam giving us this stimulus check. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's go inside and see what else I've accomplished. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye for now. Alright guys, we're back inside the house now, and this is looking at the first elevation that I'm going to be having on this layout. And this happens to be 2.1%. And it took Dave and I quite a little while to get that. And the reason why I have this now is because the one I had previous to this just wasn't working right. It was always fluctuating on what the measurement actually was. We'll move this down a little bit and see if we come up with the same thing here. Now it does take a minute or two for it to adjust, but you can see I'm like within a 2/10 of where I want to be. So anyhow, I was shooting for a 2% grade. I got a 2.3%, and I am okay with that. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. Be right back. Alright guys, this is going to be the final piece of bench work I need to do. As you can see, I've got the circle coming around here, and this is going to be a 15-inch radius right here, and then it's going to go into a S-curve. And I'm not quite sure where the elevation might be right now, but what's going to go in that area is the Glacier Gravel Company, and it's going to be called the Bingaman Gravel Company. Anyhow, with all that being said, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. And as always, your questions, comments, inputs, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. BNSF 6951 out.